Hi, happy Monday, everyone. I am Meredith. I am here with our message for the 28th of August, 2023. We'll be using Tarot of the Witch's Garden for our message today. We have the Sun in Virgo. The moon is at the moment in Capricorn. In a little less than an hour, it's going to move into Aquarius. And then we have Saturn, Pluto, Neptune, Venus, Mercury, and now Uranus, all retrograde. Uranus goes retrograde later tonight. So let's be making the most of these retrogrades. These planets in retrograde give us an opportunity to reminisce, reflect, review, resurrect, redo. So let's do that. Let's upgrade. Let's use the retrograde to upgrade. All right, our first two cards, energy atmosphere of the day. What's on offer to us? Ooh, Three of Swords. There's a statement card paired with, wow, Five of Coins. There's another statement card. Fives are the number of change, so that's great. Fives can also bring conflict and a little bit of chaos, though the beauty of that is a solution is at hand. There's real transformation, number of change again, real transformation when you see a five. The opportunity is there. So what I'm feeling as I look at these two cards is there is no sanctuary to be found in the past. Yeah, take that in for a moment. There is no sanctuary to be found in the past. So when you see the Three of Swords, you're looking at pain, loss, and sorrow of the past. So there's a point of gratitude to be had right there. First, that it's in the past. And then with a five here, there's an opportunity for change and upgrade. Retrograde, we were just talking about it. So when I go deeper on the Five of Coins, you have these two characters that really look like they could benefit from some care. They could certainly be blessed by this sanctuary. However, there's an entry fee to that sanctuary, and that entry fee is conformity. So if we would like to destine ourselves for repetition here, go on in. Go on in, put your feet up, and conform to the narrative that has come out of the ego voice vulture thoughts on the Three of Swords. Or choose to see these cards in a whole new way. Recognize, one, you survived this. You are a survivor. You walked on from this. You might be banged up, dinged up, emotionally torn, and feeling a level of personal life drama over your Three of Swords life experiences. Well, see those energies, see those feelings, experiences as gains to be garnered. Because if you collect those and add them all up, you have an opportunity to overcome collectively all the pain, loss, and sorrow of your past. So here again, we can lean into these retrograde energies, because one of the things I've been sharing with you in this great season of retrograde is that some of the challenges and blessings that come with these planets in direct, when they are direct, are not there now because they're in retrograde. So we may have a freedom of movement that we did not previously have. So let's use that. Then they also introduce other types of, what did I just call that? Memory challenges. Pardon. So there are other blessings and other influences that come when the planets are retrograde. So let's use those. We've got rare and uncommon energy when they are in retrograde, like we have when we have eclipses. We're exposed to rare and uncommon energies. So some of the pressures and challenges when these planets are direct, and blessings as well, they may not be bearing down on us in the same way, which allows us to take a look at the pain, loss, and sorrow of the past and make some new decisions about continuing to set a place at our spiritual table for this energy. So that's why this 5 becomes really transformative and important with these first 2 cards. We're being graced with a moment in the now, the unfolding now, to let go. You know, this weekend, a very dear soul sent me a YouTube video by Dolores Cannon. And one of the things that was said in that video that's really stuck with me is that we have to care a whole lot less for what happened when. I know some of you are going to recoil and react to that because you are where you are in your healing process, right? And when less than ideal circumstances evolve in our world, there's a great resistance. There's a great tendency to avoid. And then there's a great tendency to cling, as we were on the other side of the experience, to cling to the experience. And then we talk about it. We tell the story. So we reaffirm the story and we anchor that to our now moment. So that's why I'm saying here, there's no sanctuary in the past. Some of you might want to challenge me on that too. Well, Meredith, what's happened in your past? You know, what's gone on in your world? I've got this thing happening. That's happened to me. Oh, this happened to me too. And while I have respect for your journey, my journey, everyone's journey, when does this become a point of inspiration? So here's a page from my own book. Over a year ago, almost 2 years ago now, I had a surgery on my foot. All right. I had some life circumstances that really contributed to a very dangerous experience, and that surgery likely saved my life. Now, from then to now, I still have swelling in the foot. It looks a little deformed. I don't fit into my shoes. I could tell that story over and over again. Or I can recognize that I survived that and a tremendous amount of life blessings came out of it. So where are you in your experiences? And I'm not saying this in a comparative or competitive way, though. Let's be inspired by our challenges, by our obstacles, by our healing processes, right? And let's invest that energy into our now, rather than step into what we perceive to be the sanctuary of retelling our pain, loss, and sorrow so that we can commiserate with someone else. And really take that word apart. Co-misery. Do you want to share your misery with another person's misery? It's okay to talk about the facts and the details. It's not okay to identify with them and let them become a part of your identity, which is yet another thing I got reminded of this weekend. I wore myself out. I got tired and I noticed I was telling the story of being tired. And I got a reminder, a reality check. Don't identify with your condition in the moment. Wow, right? So here it is. Pow. First 2 cards out. We're being challenged with this today. Though, see it as an opportunity to embrace the grace of your compassion, your unconditional love and kindness for you. And naturally, that's going to evolve into your broadcast. And you'll have that same kind of unconditional love and compassion for everyone in your world and their journey and where they're at. Even if they're pausing at the sanctuary door and they look like they're leaning in and gonna go in, give them the space to do it. All right, let's see what's next. Wow, these cards are not messing around today. We got the 10 of Swords. You know, though, all right, so this happens to be one of the cringe cards in tarot because, well, 10 swords pinning you to the ground. This card's called the Fallen Master. This is the master evolving right here because this character gets up, pulls out all these swords and gets up and goes on. And recall that 10s are about fulfillment. They are about completion, and that is the Ace of Swords, which is brilliant clarity and everlasting strength, to the power of 10 here. So This is an opportunity to garner the gains of your everlasting strength and your brilliant clarity to masterfully liberate yourself from this story. Stop telling it. Just decide right now, if you're able to stop telling the story and anchoring it to the now. Yeah. And there's the King of Swords, because at some point it becomes bullshit and you got to run your sword through it. You've got to defer to your higher wisdom. There's the presence of the white owl right there. Defer to your higher wisdom and choose your soulful presence over this experience here on the earth plane. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Well, and now there's the Nine of Wands. That's incredible. This is a card about endurance and fortitude, having the strength to go the distance. And that's what's being called on and required right here when you're facing this 3 and this 5 and then that 10. This is a moment of self-mastery that you are being offered to rise up, step above, and move beyond the facts and the details and the emotional attachments to what happened way back when. Next set, 3 cards. Oh, here we go again. Here's another 5, and it's the 5 of Swords. You know, I'm not familiar with every card in this deck. I haven't used it very much, and I really like this artwork because I feel like it's representing all that we're talking about here. I can see this character as potentially the ego voice, the vulture thought, and our waking human consciousness is at the sword point of that, because this 3 of Swords is so compelling and it was so life-altering and so challenging as it evolved. It would be easy to cringe and to cower and conform to this story, though we're being asked to dig deep into our strength, to liberate ourselves from it. So 5s are the number of change. There is transformation at hand. I'd love to see the Death card here. We saw it plenty last week for sure. And look at this. It comes with the Ace of Pentacles. How beautiful is that? This is a card of great love. And that is what is required when it comes to navigating this memory field on the 3 of Swords, and then potentially anchoring it to the now by continuing to lament those experiences rather than to see them as inspirational points of life change, right? Okay, so the other message that we see here with the Ace of Coins is that aces neutralize the challenges of the cards nearby. So it's wonderful that it's sitting with this 5 of Swords, because this ace is going to neutralize any of the ego vulture thought influence, which is great. It tells us that we're going to be successful as we dig in with our strength and our fortitude and our endurance to masterfully choose our way into a better now and a better oncoming. Oh, look at this. And then we have the Star card. How perfect is that? This is us in a state of grace, maintaining our faith for what we nurture in heart space, no matter what we are met with over here. So I see this reading, or these first cards in the reading, as an extremely inspirational message to us that we are choosing to overcome every emotionally arduous life experience, so that we're not anchored to that and creating more of it. You know, look back to the readings of last week, look back to many of the readings in many of the weeks past, and recognize that we've seen a whole lot of the 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 4 of Wands. We've been deeply blessed by cards that give us a roadmap, if you will, through tarot on how to maintain the Sun, the 10 of Cups, the 4 of Wands lifestyle or life experience. And the only reason we're able to have the kind of appreciation that we do and can cultivate the compassion necessary to heal this stuff is because we've experienced hardship. How are you going to know peace unless you've known chaos? Contrast is a decent thing, and that's what the fives will bring us. Well, when there is contrast, there is also simultaneously a brand new perspective. And I feel that that King of Swords is bringing it. And we are masterfully making choices to liberate ourselves from this old story. Yes, it happened. And yes, you've healed. You're still healing, perhaps, for some of you. And the choice is yours. It's love or it's fear. Pick one and go. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. First, another 10, a beautiful 10. There's the Wheel of Fortune. There's the divine delivery system. And I do feel like, you know, the divine is showing us something from behind the scenes. That's how I really do see the bottom of the deck. It's what's behind the scenes, what's not exactly obvious, what's a little coming out of the unknown, and it's alignment with our destiny. And our destiny is very much connected to what we nurture in heart space, star card, the doorways that are open to us, for us, in the Ace of Coins, and having the great love of self to step across that threshold and embrace our destiny. Where is this leading to? Queen of Cups, wonderful. Listen to your intuition. We have had that message hammered on us in all of the recent readings. We've seen a lot of the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess, Six of Cups. We've had a lot of intuition cards in recent readings. And one of the beautiful things about the Queen of Cups, first, she's emotionally awake, aware, alert, and intimate with life. And it takes us being emotionally awake, aware, alert, and intimate with ourselves to embrace compassionately our Three of Swords, Five of Coins, Five of Swords life experiences to counterbalance what is floating around in the subconscious, and it's our intuition that leads the way. So we're being delivered a whole load of intuitive, what I feel is certainty. Ooh, that reminds me. I watched a video by Gregory Scott about the supermoon that's coming this week. It's on the 31st, I think, and it's in Pisces. It's a super blue moon. And there's some other stuff going on with these planets that bring greater certainty to our intuitive messages than what's in our waking human consciousness and of the ego brain. So we'll be able to lean more into the intuition and less on the stories. So let's use the energy wisely. Next. Oh, beautiful. Three of Cups, celebration, joy, happiness, and final card, strength. Yeah. There's incredible confirmation to our Nine of Wands over here. It's going to take great strength. It's going to take us having the strength to be vulnerable enough to let go of this BS over here. Remember, this is a choice. This is us choosing love. And sometimes that makes us feel really, really vulnerable within self-relationship. So we have to dig in. Nine of Wands, bring our fire and our passion, because we're the ones turning this wheel. It's our love, our joy, and our happiness that can turn this wheel in the direction of the Four of Wands, the Sun, the Ten of Cups, which we've seen. Or this same wheel could turn us right back into this whole story. Consider that. Wow. That's a powerhouse of a reading right there. All right, angel answers. Great deck for confirmation. Answers to your questions, signs and symbols. Oh, one of my favorites. Communicate clearly. Yes, do. Express yourself well, most especially in the confines of your own noggin. What kind of language are you speaking over your life right now? Next. Oh, I like this too. No need to worry. No, this is nothing to worry over. We might feel uncomfortable. We might feel like we're not at ease. or at peace or in a state of grace as this energy gets churned up over here. That's okay. It's getting churned up for a purpose, and it's not to anchor to it. It's to liberate it and set it free. Next, trust. Trust yourself. Trust your intuition. Take action. Not a problem. We have that King of Swords right there in the center of the reading. And we also have the Wheel of Fortune, Divine Delivery System turning. We've got the Nine of Wands as well. We've got the strength for this. And we've got the Strength card too. Ooh, one more. Yes, listen to your intuition. Yeah, recall that this moon and some of the planetary movements will be bringing extreme clarity to our intuition, and that will be far more compelling than our very exacting ego voice. Final word on the reading. Feminine Wisdom Oracle deck. How is our soulful presence whispering to our waking consciousness? Here we go. Oh, how beautiful. I think I said this too. Grace. Maintaining a state of grace to keep the faith. Wow. All right. Find your state of grace. And from that space, embrace your Three of Swords, your Five of Pentacles, your Five of Swords, and liberate yourself from the story. Have a beautiful Monday, everyone. Peace, love, joy, happiness. Namaste.